Chuck, also known as one of NBC's last successful shows. This show, in particular, happens to have a really large, devoted fan following, which is a fan following that I used to be a part of. I like Chuck. I think it's a good show. It's fun to watch. I really enjoy Zachary Levi's role as Chuck, the hapless spy who downloaded a secret program that makes him into a computer whiz slash knowledge base. But it's a show that I stopped watching about two-thirds of the way through the first season, and I kind of feel like it just never quite gelled to be as good as I want it to be. I understand why people like the show. It's got a great cast. It's pretty funny, but I kind of feel like it would be better if it was a half an hour series rather than an hour long series. I feel like by the end of each episode, it's just gone on a little bit too long. That being said, going into watching season 2, I went into it fresh, having not seen any of the episodes since I didn't watch the series as it aired originally anymore. And overall, it's still a lot of fun. Overall, it's also still a little bit too long. I know a lot of the diehard Chuck fans out there will disagree with me. They'll say that it's a great show and it's a lot of fun, and I can't disagree that it is a lot of fun, but it doesn't quite work 100%. If you like the show, then the new Blu-ray and DVD box sets are pretty fantastic. If you've never seen the show before but are coming into it for the first time, then I would say it's definitely worth checking out, and you might enjoy it more than I do. All of that being said, it doesn't mean that I don't like the show. I do find it to be a lot of fun. I just wish I liked it a little bit more. I wish I could get as passionate about it as all of its internet fans did that helped it save it by going to Subway and buying subs and talking online about how it's the greatest show ever and being really excited about Season 3 starting, and I'm just not quite there yet. Chuck Season 2 is available on both Blu-ray and DVD, which speaks something to the show's popularity, as not every TV show gets released on Blu-ray. As far as the two sets go, their differences are extremely minimal, except for your picture and audio quality. The extra features are exactly the same, but of course the Blu-ray does offer you more in the way of picture and sound quality. What you'll find are brighter colors, clearer imagery. The picture quality as a whole has a little more pop, a little more verve to it, which of course for a show like this that is fairly inventive visually speaking and does offer up some good action sequences, you want the picture quality to be as good as it possibly can. The sound quality is actually pretty much the same, I should say, as the DVD, though, as the Blu-ray only includes a Dolby Digital 5.1 surround mix rather than a true high-definition surround mix, which is kind of disappointing considering that they went to the trouble to release the show on Blu-ray. The only real difference is that you get a better transfer. I'd like to say the sound quality is better just because it's a Blu-ray, and maybe it does seem that way, but that's probably more of a psychological thing than anything else. Finally, in terms of special features, you do get a pretty good collection of special features here that fans of the show will really enjoy. There's a Truth, Spies, and Regular Guys Exploring the Mythology of Chuck documentary, which really is kind of a look at the show, overview of the show as a whole, and features interviews with the cast and crew. Dude in Distress, which is focuses on the action sequences of the show, which is always fun. Chuck versus the Webisodes, a series of mini featurettes that originally were broadcast on the internet, and a few extra additional documentaries or featurettes called Chuck, a real-life Captain Awesome's tips for being awesome, and John Casey presents So You Want to Be a Deadly Spy. More importantly, you also get a bunch of deleted scenes and a gag reel, which is a lot of fun to watch. So Chuck, despite what it says on the back from Time magazine being one of 2008's 10 best shows, I wouldn't say that's necessarily true. It is one of the more interesting shows on TV in terms of having a great concept, and it does have a good cast and good writing, but I have not quite gotten to that point yet where I can consider myself a true diehard Chuck fan. If you are, however, you really can't go wrong with either the Blu-ray or the DVD box set version of this release.